I hope you might have used your weekend effectively and productively. Okay, so without wasting time, I think you might have learned for your forthcoming cycle test and others. Okay, so we have completed the lesson, and as usual, I just call few names just to know the names, know the students present in this class. Ashida, Afzal, I have already talked to Afzal, I think. Amrita, Amirdinian, Arjun, Caleb, Deepshika, Danumalaya, Diashri, Fazil, Ziona, Goviratan, Harihara Sudan, Hassan, Janas. Okay, good. So other names I will call later. Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to just revise, but not going to revise again from starting to the end. Okay. So I have given you the notes. Okay. So it is present in the classroom. Maybe if not yet posted, otherwise it will be posted today. So I have given the entire notes for the lesson and also for other lessons, except stars and some other planetary system. All other notes are given. Ma'am will post today, I think. Okay, so you'll be getting your textbook exercises, answers for the textbook exercises today. Okay, fine. So keep that with you and prepare for your cycle test. Okay, and now I am going to show you 3 videos. Please confirm once. Are you all able to hear me? Yes, I am just looking at the chat. So can you hear me? Yes. Yes, you can do the book bag exercise. So I have given the notes for book bag exercise. I ask you to write once in your science notebook. Okay, science classwork note. Please write once so that you will get into the subject what is there. Okay. Okay. So please refer the cycle test Sivan Salvia. Please refer to the timetable given. Okay. Okay. If you have the book, yes, only biology is for the cycle test, not physics. Yes, you are right, King. Not for the physics portion is not for the cycle test. You keep it with you. Okay. Fine. Now, what did we learn in this lesson? Can anyone answer? What did we learn? Force and pressure. Okay. Force and pressure. So I will just give you a crisp idea of the lesson, and then we shall see some videos and then we can discuss. Okay. Force and pressure. So force, push or pull is a force. Okay. And we have learned the effect of forces. So a force can change the shape, a force can change the direction, a force can make the moving object go faster, that is, can change the speed. Okay. And also the force can make an object which is at rest, it can make an object move. Okay, these are the effect of forces. And we also have learned about resultant. Okay, and resultant is the effect of multiple forces acting on a particular point. Okay, and we have learned parallel forces acting on the same direction, unparalleled forces. Okay, so I push this wall. Okay, from left to right I am pushing. That wall is exerting a force on my palm. That is unbalanced forces. Okay, unparalleled. Okay, fine. And same, the force acting in the same direction are parallel, opposite direction they are anti-parallel. Okay, and also we have learned the types of forces. What are types of forces? Major types: contact, non-contact. Okay, so muscular force is a contact force, frictional force is a contact force. Okay, and one thing about the frictional force is that the friction always opposes the motion. So what you should remember is that the friction always opposes the motion. That is the concept of friction. So we'll be learning a separate lesson on friction. Okay, and then we have learned non-contact forces. Okay, they are a magnetic force, gravitational force, not muscular. Okay, okay, so gravitational force, that is electrostatic force, and magnetic force. These are all the non-contact forces. Okay, contact forces are two bodies in topic, they are having some physical contact. Non-contact forces, they don't touch each other. Okay, suppose I drop this pen, so the ground is not touching, but it will fall. Okay, so this is the gravitational force. Okay, and I suppose I want to crush, I have a paper here, so I am applying. You see, so this is the shape of the paper. Okay, now if I apply some amount of force, muscular force, it can change the shape. Okay, now the shape has been changed. Okay, so this is a contact force. So you have to learn about the contact and non-contact forces, and then we have learned pressure. Pressure is the force per unit area. It is the perpendicular force acting per unit area is called the pressure. And we know P is equal to F by A. When you increase force, pressure will be more. When you decrease force, pressure will be less. When you increase area, pressure will be less. When you decrease area, pressure will be more. And please go through the question and answers. You will get more thing clearly, okay? And then we have learned about the pressure of fluids. What is the fluid? Liquid and gases together called a fluid, okay? Gases also exert pressure, liquids also exert pressure. Liquids exert pressure in all possible directions, not only on the bottom, okay? And also we have learned about the atmospheric pressure. We have learned manometer and barometer, okay? So barometer is an instrument that will give you directly the atmospheric pressure, 760 millimeter of mercury. And manometer, it can compare the pressure of two gases, okay? You can measure the pressure of gases, okay? And also in the last class, I told you that the pressure can be calculated, okay, of a liquid column just by measuring the height of liquid, okay, and rho, that is density of the liquid, and g, acceleration due to gravity, okay. And it's h rho g, pressure is equal to h into rho into g, height of liquid column into density of the liquid into 9.8, acceleration due to gravity. You will be getting the pressure, okay. Suppose if we have a water can. So here I have an ink bottle. See, so I have an ink bottle here, and you can see the liquid level here. Okay, can you see the ink here? Okay, so this is the height of the liquid. Suppose if I want to calculate the pressure of this liquid column, okay, at the bottom, I have to measure the height using a scale. I can measure the height, okay, and then I have to multiply its density. Okay, so for density. For water is 1000, but for ink, it is a chemical, okay? So we have to calculate it. It may be lesser than that of the water. I have to calculate it. Then I have to multiply the acceleration due to gravity, 9.8. Suppose if we have a water can, okay, right now I have a water can here like this can. So please try to calculate try to fill up to 3/4 of your water can, okay? Approximately you can take any water can, okay? It may be cylindrical, okay, fine. And measure the height of water column. Okay, you just measure the height using a scale, measure the height. H you will be getting, okay, H you will be getting, and rho I just share and you can understand, okay. So this is a small project I want to give you last class. Just a minute. See, so this is a small practice I want to give you. See, you take a water can, okay, and measure the height of the liquid column. You just fill up 3/4 of the water can, measure the height using a scale. It will be given in centimeter, divided by 100 or multiply. Say for example, this is 12 centimeter, then 12 by 100 or 12 into 10 power minus 2. That will be the SI unit of height, meter, okay. Multiply this height by rho. Rho is equal to 1000 for 1000 kilogram per meter cube for water, okay, into G. G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, you can do this assignment in the evening. Okay, after the classes are over, you can do this in the evening. You can calculate the pressure exerted by the water column on your palm. Okay, so here I stop sharing. See, you keep your water can like this. Suppose if you want to measure the pressure, okay, want to measure the pressure on your palm, the pressure exerted by the water column on your palm, okay, just measure height, multiply it with 1000 and 9.8. Height, if it is 12 centimeter, 12 into 10 power minus 2 meter, 12 into 10 power minus 2 into 1000 into 9.8. That will give you the pressure on your palm. Am I right? So this is H rho G. That means the pressure exerted by the liquid column does not depend upon the shape of the object. Are you able to understand? It just depends only on the height of the liquid column. For this particular height, you will be having the same pressure. Okay. And because all these calculations are already done, okay? So pressure is equal to force by area, etc. we have done. Okay, now can you do this? Are you able to do this? You take a water can, fill it with 3/4, measure the height, multiply it with 1000 and 9.8. And you will be getting the pressure in Newton per meter square. That amount of pressure will be, suppose if you keep on the palm, that would be the pressure on your palm. Okay, please do this at your leisure after the classes are over. Okay, and this is about the lesson, and I would like to show few videos where we can discuss something. I will make it quickly. So please listen to the video. Ma'am, are you able to see the video, ma'am? Are you able to see the video, ma'am? Anyone can confirm if you're able to see the video? Yes, okay. See, just listen to the video. I will talk later.
He looks a terrific chance in the race. And Dexter Dunn, he's got the poker face on. He knows this is his biggest task today, and he looks a terrific chance. So it's not hot, but he just looks fantastic. Craig Dalgetty's done a wonderful job with him.
See, I just make this video to talk about force. Okay, here you have a horse. Okay, the horse is making contact with the ground. The enough energy or enough pull is given by the horse. Okay, and it is pushing the ground, and ground in turns gives some reaction, action reaction, thereby the vehicle is moving. Okay, and he is sitting on the seat. Okay, so it's a cushion sheet. What happens when we sit? So there is a question in our textbook exercise. So what happens when you sit, when we sit on the sofa? What happens to the springs when we sit on the sofa? It happens that the shape of the spring are changed. Okay, is changed. Okay, like that the seat. So this is the force. Okay, force that changes the shape of the seat, and the horse is moving, and it is also pulling the cart with the person. And enough amount of force is given by.
He's got the poker face on.
Enough amount of force is given by the ground. Okay, see, at any moment the horse pushes the ground. Okay, pushes the ground, and it gives some amount of force. Okay, as well as the frictional force. Okay, there is a wheel. The wheel is having some frictional force. That frictional force always opposes the motion of the wheels. We will be learning about the frictional force in the next class, next lesson. Okay, and the force he is applying towards the horse. Okay, through this channel, namely that what is that? Some thread. Okay, he will be using some thread. It is the muscular force. Okay, so the horse is tied with some thread. It is the muscular force. Okay, muscular force, frictional force. These are all contact forces, and the ground is exerting a force on the horse in reaction. Okay, so one is action, one is
with
reaction.
To love. I thought he warmed up beautifully. He looks relaxed. He looks focused. And Ricky May, I saw this a few years ago when Justin Excuse won a second Cup of Beadle Sue.
Okay, so this is one type of force, and here you can see. So this is another type of force. Please look at the video first, and then we shall talk.
Just now in control of the countdown.
See, the space shuttle is about to move, but what is the force acting on the space shuttle? What is the force acting on the space shuttle? Can anyone type the answer? And just to share your chat. What is the force acting on the rocket? Not fire, not gas. The object is at ground. The rocket is at the ground. What is the force acting on the rocket now? Weight. Good. Weight. Not thrust. It is force. What force? You just try to answer. Whatever comes to your mind, you just answer. Thanks, Arini. Yes, it is weight. Okay, weight. So weight of the body is acting towards downwards. Actually, we should say this as a gravitational force. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? Gravitational force is acting. Yes, non-contact force is acting on the rocket. Therefore, it should be on the ground. But how does it move up? Therefore, equal amount of force is given opposite direction. Okay, some amount of force is given through the opposite direction. How is that amount of force which is acting opposite direction? So the exhausting gases pushes the rocket up. Okay, exhausting gases pushes the rocket up. Okay, therefore action and reaction. Okay, so look at the video. So this is regarding the gravitational force and against the gravitational force.
Firing chain is armed. Sound suppression water system activated. T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis. Mission to build, resupply, and to do research on the International Space.
See, at this time, what happens? Exhausting gases apply some amount of force in bottom, that is towards the ground. Therefore, equal opposite forces. Okay, unlike parallel forces. Unlike parallel forces, you can also compare it with this rocket motion. Okay, unlike parallel forces acting on the rocket body, therefore it is moving opposite direction. Okay, so this is about the second video, and another one is very interesting. So here, please wait for 1 minute, even after 9:30, just 1 minute, I will finish it. See, so this is a space shuttle, and also this is the International Space Station. So where the International Space Station is moving around the Earth, where there is zero gravity. So we have learned about forces, contact forces, non-contact forces, magnetic, electrostatic, gravitational, okay, frictional, muscular, etc., etc. But this is a space where you have no gravitational force and all objects are freely moving. Okay, at the time, see what happens. This lady is about to make one drop of water outside. See what happens when there is no gravity. Okay, no gravitational force.
You can see it. I'll have some water come out. The water is pretty neat up in space. You'll stick to your toothbrush and it will make.
See, so when there is no gravity, when there is no gravity, can you see the water drop here? Are you able to see the water drop? I just make it again.
Water come out.
Water droplet is coming out.
The water is pretty neat. up in
See
space.
here, one water drop is going here,
Toothbrush.
another water droplet. So this is the action of non-gravity. Okay,
A big bubble.
the water is coming out,
And that's just by
but no gravity.
surface touching.
And one thing you can see is that
Drink it.
she has drunk that water. Okay,
About what do you do? And then
see, so this is about the space where there is no force, there is no gravitational force. Okay, so the only force acting on the water droplet is that surface tension. Okay, surface tension, that is the surface of water is having some amount of stretch over the surface. Therefore, it reduces its surface area, it forms a sphere. In this space, when there is no gravitational force, it forms some sphere. Water forms some sphere. Okay, so the only force is surface tension. You will be learning in your higher classes. Okay, so with this, I close this lesson. Suppose if you have any questions, you can raise it in the next class. We shall start the next lesson in chemistry. Okay, fine. And the notes are shared. I will check that it is posted in the classroom. Okay, you can download it. Thank you all.